This is the case study Making the Problem Worse by Darlene Whitlock from California Intercontinental University for Management 616, Organizational Change and Development Management. This is the manager training presentation. We will be discussing the planned process of change as well as changing software at the Springfield Hospital for a medication program. Our agenda has a welcome, which is a welcome to this meeting. We will discuss our current environment, which is our need for change, the hospital goals and vision, the steps needed to make the plan change, team members involved, our training instructors to the managers who will be doing training, and then time for questions, and our last slide is for references. In the first step, it's important to establish a sense of urgency. If we don't change, we will fail. That is the first step in plan change management. The need for change at our hospital is evident. Mistakes in the United States hospital kills or harms 700,000 patients annually. This adds to healthcare costs up to $100 billion a year, and most of the mistakes are preventable. Our patient plus preventable mistakes equals hospital failure. Our second step in the plan change process is creating a guide coalition. We can decide how this change will happen. We have a lot of preventable mistakes, and it is our responsibility to ensure that these mistakes are prevented. Poor handwriting on prescriptions, administering the wrong prescription, confusing medications with similar names, complications caused by medical interactions, not being aware of patient allergies, and additional adverse drug events can all be prevented. Our overarching goal is to change the medication practices to reduce the amount of mistakes that increase healthcare costs and take lives. This is the third step in the plan change process. It's to create the vision of change. In other words, we want to let everybody know that this is what the change will accomplish. The vision is the fourth step. We need to communicate the vision to everyone. Hey, this is what our change will accomplish. For the Springfield Hospital, our vision is that the patient plus changes in our medication practices will equal hospital success. The number one priority is the health and safety of the patients. In the steps to make a plan change, step 5 and 6 is to empower and enable action for the vision and to give quick wins. So when you see something going well, you let people know right away. For our steps at Springfield Hospital, we will first determine the best software options available. We will have a cross-department team of managers, doctors, nurses, pharmacists, etc., to investigate the different types of software available and determine the best options. Does our current program work for us, or is there a better option out there? We will consult with vendors and find alternatives to our current program, COPE, and choose our best fit. We will then find a place to pilot the chosen software, preferably in a small section of the hospital, to determine its best fit and practice in implementing the software choice. The teams that are implementing these will then become the initial subject matter experts. Those subject matter experts will then be responsible for training all of the department managers to become subject matter experts with their chosen software. We will first determine who will facilitate the training workshops, and we will choose from those that have piloted the software, so they are able to answer questions because of their experiences. Then we will create specific training schedule for each department team. This will allow the managers to use the chosen software, refine their skills, and to determine what information they need for their own departments. They will review and seek feedback from department managers as they become the new subject matter experts and are able to use the software confidently. In our next step, which is to build on the change and consolidate our wins, we will continue to evaluate our new software process and get feedback from our subject matter specialist. We will do this through regular meetings to discuss our best practices and solve problems in cross-department teams. When the subject matter specialists feel confident in implementing the new software, we will continue to implement it into additional hospital wings. The subject matter experts, or the department managers, will train their department members on the use of the software and ensure they are comfortable with that use. To do this, we'll start with an initial formal training to introduce our software, then do one-on-one training with software throughout the shifts to ensure consistency of use, and they will continually seek feedback and acknowledge appropriate use of the software and outcomes. Our 8th step in the plan process is to institutionalize the change. In other words, make it stick. This change has really improved our project, service, or organization. Let's continue to do this, is the message we want to deliver. To do that for Springfield Hospital, we will continue to train each department, and as they are trained using the software, they'll move on to the next department, hospital or wing, until full immersion of software usage is done. Then they will monitor and evaluate the usage of software systems and compare the number of mistakes with our starting numbers. This communicates improvement to all teammates. They will ensure that they understand the importance of continued usage, and those subject matter experts who are working one-on-one with our trainees will be able to give immediate feedback. And one last thing that we need to do is find a way to celebrate our success. So this will be decided in a future meeting with our managers. The team members that are involved are from all aspects of our hospital staff and faculty, beginning with hospital administration. Our vendor consultants will be key. Our department managers, who are our team leads and subject matter experts, they are going to be a key part of our training processes. Doctors, pharmacy, nurses, and the certified medication aides will all be key elements of the change. As a department manager or team leader, you will be a subject matter expert. So your job will be to foster mutual engagement for commitment to change in your trainees. When you're training your staff in the use of new software technology, you need to make sure you set clear, compelling direction that will empower each employee to adopt the change. You need to make sure you engage in open and honest communication with them. You want to maintain a focus on their career growth and development as well. You want to recognize and reward high performance. When you see them doing it right, let them know. When you see them doing it exceptionally well, let them know that. And in our training book, there are employee benefits that demonstrate a strong commitment to employee well-being, and you can use reinforcers as you are training these staff members on the new software process. Are there any questions? Thank you for your time.